Well, hey YouTube, Petey Two Finger here, talking about Utopia, the television show with John Cusack, the 2020 version that just came out. I liked it way more than I thought it would. They took major characters out and inserted new plot lines that worked on some levels. There's two sets of twins that they interjected. The redhead twins, I didn't get that at all. I kept thinking they were related to the first redhead character that we saw, and they weren't. The blonde twin was the only thing that saved it for me. And I didn't care if Jessica Hyde lived or died. She just wasn't a strong character. I didn't care about her, and she was too mean and unrelatable. Later on, I kind of warmed up a little more, and it did kind of solidify into its own thing. It steered away from the source material enough to kind of justify me watching it and not hating it as much as I thought it would. So yeah, don't watch the 2020 version. People who know will tell you the best thing that was ever made for television is Utopia Season 1. BBC4, that's the channel, made these 2 seasons of a long-form drama. It seems like a documentary. It really does. That was the thing. It was very believable. This is like some true, it seems like it's true. It's really scary. Forces you to think about some uncomfortable things maybe you're not going to want to think about, but as a member of the human race, you kind of gotta. And this John Cusack version, it got so phony with the suspension of disbelief that it was just a joke. Like, they go to Comic-Con. There's this whole Comic-Con thing in there where they're kind of trying to lampoon that culture, but the whole show is a hipster parade, the American version. It is. And where all of the strengths of the original were, they completely sanitized it and watered it down. Like the cool stuff that they did with the oversaturated and contrasting, the way that it looks, the original one has a look. Season 2 looks completely different. It looks like the 70s, because it is. It's really cool how they shot it. And the first season is like too much color, too much contrast, kind of like what you're looking at here, and it gives you this feeling like everything's painted to look really nice and calming, everything's beautiful, but it's not. It's messed up, it's too much, and it's sickening. And that was to great effect. How I heard about Utopia was in 2014 on a forum for a band called Secret Chiefs 3, which is a very weird instrumental band. The guy's into really esoteric stuff, and the forum was about the weirdest place I had ever found. It seemed like everyone there had taken psychedelics or mushrooms and was tripping while they posted, and they, like, everybody there was like on their own thing, and they all knew like all the weird movies and weird art forms and all that underground stuff. Like, this was really a great cultural reservoir to tap into stuff that you would never run into. And this guy said, I watched this thing Utopia and it was the best thing I ever saw. He said it was frightening reality, like really true thing, and that it used color coding and imagery like subliminally. And he's like, I gotta go back and watch it because they were playing, they're like mind controlling you in the show. So I was like, I gotta see this. Sounds like some like satanic thing, you know, mind control or whatever. So I went and checked it out, and I watched it all the way through, like 5 in the morning, and I watched it again. Then I went and watched the second season. I couldn't believe how good the second season's completely different. First season is like relentless. It throws you in right. A lot of times with a TV show, they'll say, oh, like around the fifth episode, it starts picking up and getting good. Or that Parks and Recreation that got funny after the third season. No. This show, if you see the first 5 seconds, it's gonna blow your mind and hit you with so many questions and throw you in the deep water. You're gonna be hooked. So you can watch it over at Yesmovies. Is a free streaming website. You can see season 1 and season 2 there. I would encourage you, let's say you go to bed at 11, 3 o'clock. Watch the first episode. I think there's 6 episodes and they're an hour long. So around 3 or 4 o'clock, put it on and just binge the whole thing. Season 1, the 2013 BBC version. Once you've watched that all the way through, check out the second season, watch season 2, and then you can go to Amazon Prime and watch this 2020 turkey TV dinner American version that's been sanitized, where they sucked all the life out of it and kind of glossed over all the rough edges. Because if you don't do it that way, you're going to ruin all the surprises and secrets in the plot line that they stole. Because they took it and they changed it. They changed it. And it's not as powerful. It's much more of a, like there's this Steve Jobs character, this Messiah that's got this whole massive, like, society that no one knows about. And you have to just suspend disbelief. So I did enjoy the American version way more than I thought I would. But don't get me wrong, you seriously don't watch it until you've seen the original version. And that's YESmovies. Yes Movies. It'll come up red screen with a big white bar. You type in Utopia. And the first 3 times you try to mouse in there, it's just going to have some pop-up. You don't even want to see what those are. X out of those pop-ups right as they come. After the 3rd or 6th time, you'll be able to type Utopia in that search. And then there's going to be 3 captchas. Find the bike, find the car, find the plane. After 3 of those, 1-round captchas, they're going to let you in. And the top left, you're going to see a yellow rectangle, Utopia Season 1, 2013, BBC4 television show. That's what you're looking for. Watch the first season, and you are going to be blown away. It is, like, I used to say The Wire was the best thing I had ever. I liked The Shield a lot as far as a gritty crime thing went. I really liked The Shield. I thought that seemed like it was kind of real, too. Like how it really would be. I loved The Wire. The Wire was the best thing. It really was. That was the best thing I had ever seen on TV. And then I saw Utopia. And it's just unbelievable. Everything about it. The sense of humor, which is great. And it's not one of these, like, chill about Cockney, chip and juice, and where you don't, it's so British, you don't know what's going on. It's not like that. It's BBC, but even if you're just a goofy American guy, you're going to be able to understand what's going on. None of this Cockney stuff. So it's not like a Guy Ritchie movie, lock, stock, and smoking. None of that. The thing that got me about Utopia was it really seemed like truth. It really seemed like all that Illuminati stuff, like all, where it's like, it's kind of some bullshit, but this was really the real deal. And I gotta warn you, because it's gonna mess with your head a little bit. It's not the easiest pill to swallow, but as a responsible adult, you owe it to yourself to face some of these challenging questions that face you as a human being about our future, humanity, this planet, and it's going to definitely stick with you. So be prepared to have your thinking cap on, and don't forget to take your sleep aid, like I did, because I was up having scary dreams and nightmares all night last night after the cussak version, which is it's nothing. It's nothing. I gotta tell you, I really did not care about Jessica Hyde, and when she showed up in the first one, I was like, and that's the end of the first hour. That's like 56 minutes in, she shows up, and I was like, whoa, now it's getting good. And I didn't even care. Like, she was just unrelatable, annoying, super selfish. Didn't care if she lived or died. That's not to say you shouldn't watch it. You should definitely watch the cussak version. If you watch 5 seconds of the original, you're going to watch all of this. It's that good. So check it out on Yes Movies, and when you've seen it, leave me a comment. Those comments of, oh, I'll check it out. That's not going to feed the bulldog. Get back to me after you've watched the whole thing. And again, if you watch 5 seconds of episode 1, you'll watch the whole series. All right, YouTube, enjoy. yesmovies.com.